Okay guys, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world watching Gardening with Creekside, hopefully for a little bit. We got a lot going on this summer. We got the new potting area behind me. We still got the old machine over my right hand shoulder. We can go down there and look at that real quick. But got a lot going on that has to do with the new building, the drainage. We've got drainage and stuff. I've got a new Wi-Fi internet system that for outside Wi-Fi antennas that are coming in a few days, and I have to have some trenches ready for the guys for conduit and internet wire going underground. And so while I'm doing that, we're going to go ahead and put in some drainage boxes to a pipe we have underground. But as some of you may know, or maybe you missed the video from last time, but we have this potting machine here that you saw us grab out of South Alabama about 4 years ago. This machine, we've kind of we thought that we were going to do lots of 3-gallon production, which is why we have the drill and the jog system on this. We don't ever use this guy. And then the hopper, which was it's a 4-yard hopper. This is a great unit if you're going to use it out in a field or in a covered space or something like that. But we mainly use it as just a glorified flat filler. So we have a totally new system coming in at the end of July that we're going to bring you along. But we're in the process of selling this unit here, and we're ready to move it on to its new home, and it'll be a great unit for somebody else. So ours is going to have an outdoor hopper. We'll go up here and talk about it in a second, and I'll kind of give you an idea of where that's going to go before we get started on our project today. In the greenhouse though, there's lots of things going on, so you want to make sure that you're signed up for emails and those kind of things. We're running lots of summer specials. Not know really where this specials are falling right now, but we've got a lot of things going on. We are growing some cool portulaca right now for Jenny's gardens in the signature garden. So we moved up some grandes and to gallons. So there's 2. So we're going to be filling in some spaces this summer with that and doing some switch outs in the signature garden. So that's what those plants are for. But just walking through here, we've got a good bit of annuals left, some perennials that are getting ready to come online. I've got hot and cold Nephofia from Proven Winners. So we also have Daisy May that's located right now. And for whatever reason, Pink Flash is still here. I am not really sure what the deal is with that impatient, sun patient that is, and why it is still here in the greenhouse at this time of year. But look at here, I've got this beautiful flower on a new hibiscus. These are not online as of yet. We're going to probably go through. That's a nice plant. It's a Creekside Champion, Midnight Marvel, very deep red hibiscus. I think I would be happy to ship that out. There may be some that we have to trim back if it gets up above the 17 inches in our box height. So we would probably trim off some of those. But I've got nice strong stems, so we're going to add those to inventory. We've got Blackberry Merlot, Creekside Champion. We've got Watermelon Ruffles. You know Jenny loves that one, so it became a Creekside Champion. So we have lots of cool perennial hibiscus available on the website. So I think we're going to go ahead and get those launched. Do not, freak out about this stuff. There's nothing wrong. We've had a caterpillar or something come through. They have since been treated. It happens every year, but you still are going to get beautiful flowers off of that plant. So we've got a lot of cool things getting ready to launch on inventory that are not there as of right now, because we've been waiting for the perennials to grow some roots. The heat of the summer really helps. So let's talk about the potting shed, and then we'll get to work and trying to find our pipe underground and get some trenches done for the internet. So this white pipe that you see here is representing a 10-foot wide, 60-something foot long sidewalk that's coming all the way down to our sidewalks that take ourselves all the way around the building. So you will easily walk or push your cart through this sidewalk, up or out. Most of it's going to be coming out. The end part is going to be over here on the other side where this roofing metal is. But you can see we now have a solid roof. It's weather protected right now. We've got our coating on top, our fabric, our geofab, or whatever you want to call it, to protect our OSB. But the metal came in yesterday, so the guys are going to start on this early next week. But anyway, we've got 30 feet wide, 70 feet long, and most of this is going to happen kind of in this zone here. So the machine is going to go from probably here to right past where you can see the cat. So not a very big space for the line, the potty machine, the conveyors, the water tower is all going to happen in this space right here. So there will be a takeoff conveyor, which I already have on my other machine, that's going to feed the pots in, and we're running the plant line in this direction. Okay, so then on this side will be all of your racks, your planters on either side of the conveyor, and the people that take off the plants on the conveyor after it goes through the water tower and gets watered, it will go on the racks, and they can go right out the door in the back. Or we have plenty of room to swing racks around. Since we got 30 feet in here, they can come right back out and go to retail greenhouses that we feed when we're in the growing season. So we've got all this going on. I feel really good that we're in the dry and we're getting ready for the delivery of the new machine, which is going to be coming in at the end of July. So hopefully we'll take you along for that. We're getting ready to pour concrete, which is why I got to get this, I got to get a trench up here for an internet wire inside this building, so we have internet and everything for Wi-Fi. But out here, I got to start some grading. I got to finish grading this outdoor pad for the hopper. So the 4 or 5 yard hopper that's going to be in this location right here, kind of the cat is sitting on part of it, but it's going to be a rectangle pad here. And then this is the 5 yard hopper. It's going to feed through the wall of this building into the soil intake, and it has an infrared eye on it, and it will just pull soil from here and feed it in without us having to do it. So that's going to be cool. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cat out of the way, get these yellow lines out of the way, and we're going to grade this section in here level all the way out up to the end of the building up here. So then we'll eventually probably end up putting some sort of retaining wall from that side over, which will hold back all our water from here, and then we'll just guide the water on down and out away from our building. And that is what has prompted my next project today. Is you saw me put this in 2 years ago. Jackson and I put in 8-inch pipe underground. We have a big catch that catches water off of my neighbor's property right here. So a lot of water comes in here, and there's a catch basin down at the bottom, comes out, and we have 8-inch pipe that runs probably 180 feet all the way to the end of our outdoor pads. So in here, I'm going to find my pipe, and we're going to install a few catch basins to catch water. And then I want to go ahead and get that done, but I got to trench. Sorry if I'm jumping all over the place, but there's a lot going on. This pole here has a Wi-Fi. We've had some issues with this guy, But we're putting this whole new system, waterproofing system on this pole. And then we're running wire from here all the way up to the hill with a new pole. And it'll have multiple antennas on that pole. We're gonna get that installed today too. So guys are all out. It's a good day for trimming, cleaning your shrubs, getting all them ready to go for shipping and for further branching. And so if your shrub arrives trimmed, there you go. They're trimming it up, and that's what you want. You want something to come in that's prepped and ready to flush out for you to give you new branches and flowers. So what I'm gonna do is pop up a few cameras, get some work going, and then we'll catch you in a little bit and kind of talk about what we got going on with what I found as I was working. Okay, thank you. Found the pipe. It's perfect. You know, an excavator could absolutely just rip through this thing and tear it slap out of the ground. I was going to right beside it with the teeth and went right down in front of it. So this is that 8-inch drainage pipe that we are going to connect to. So this is good. I'm just going to cut a little 4-inch hole in it. I have a 4-inch pipe that goes in the top of it right here, and then we'll have a little 12-inch or so catch basin. Just need a place for water to collect. Then we'll regrade all of this out here. Everything will get everything's going to get graded towards the box in this area. So high here, bringing everything to this new catch area for water coming from uphill. So we'll have a good bit of water that comes from there. Now, what's really cool is that you can see we have big roof. We're probably gonna put some gutters on eventually with that, and we can bring down spouts and pipes. And then since we have the catch basin here, we can do future hookups into the catch basin. And then everything would drain into my 8-inch pipe, which then drains all the way out beyond our shrub pad. So I think we're in pretty good shape. I've sent Heriberto to get the 6x6 post we're going to use for our Wi-Fi connection, and then we're going to be trenching across. So now that we found our drainage pipe, kind of know how deep I put it, and then I'm going to put the post just right up here and get rid of some of this weedy grass and everything. We'll put it over here on the other side of this quick fire fab. And then this way, there'll be 2 antennas from this way, one pointing back this way, one pointing this way, that covers the entire outdoor shrub area beyond and beyond this greenhouse. So because we have a new picking system and new shipping system, and then each picker will have an iPad and a scanner. So they're picking your order with an iPad that prompts them where to go inside the greenhouse or on the outpad to pick the correct SKU number. They'll have hand scanners, and when they scan the barcode on the plant, it will allow them to then place it into the correct bin for the order. It makes your order accurate at pick. We're accurate on the way out because we do scan to verify now on the way out, but we need to be more accurate at the pick, which then makes us more efficient when we're shipping out your order. So we can get more orders out the door faster, even more accurate, and no problems whatsoever. So they're picking orders actually right now because we're in the middle of a big shrub sale and they're busy picking orders. So it will tell them like your order number and then tell them where to go in greenhouse 1 and 301, and it will be smart enough to guide them through the next numerical in order, so that way they're following a good path, you know, and being efficient with our time, and so we can pick more orders in a day. So they'll be picking multiple orders at a time. So okay, so Heriberto is bringing the post over. So he's driving this thing over here. So we're gonna drive all the way to right there. And then we're going to get that guy installed. I am probably going to wait and do all of my trenching from this post to that post first thing Monday morning, because there's thunderstorms coming in right now, thunderstorms coming in over the weekend, and so I don't want to get my trenches full of water before the guys get here to install the internet. So we're in good shape. So we'll get the auger on this guy and show you how to get this post installed. Okay, we're gonna get this post drilled in now. I'm waiting on my box for this guy here. So we're gonna get going and go ahead and drill down a good number of feet right here. Yep, there we go. We got it nice and straight now. We're gonna go on down. We're just gonna drill a 6-inch hole and just throw it in there. It's not holding any kind of weight. I chose the 6-inch pipe hole or whatever post over the 4-inch, that 4x4s like I have like over here, whatnot. They tend to warp. So we're gonna go with a 6x6 this time. I ran out of metal posts. I had to use them on the road on Pine Hollow Drive because we had to have speed bump signs. So I used my nice metal post up there. So we're gonna throw this 6x6 in. All right, guys, we're back over here. We, of course, got this dug out. We've got right over in front of me, we've got the post up in the ground, ready for our new Wi-Fi tool band system. It's going to cover this entire area out here, and we're going to wait until early Monday morning to trench from this post all the way over to that post, and then we're going to bring internet wire from that post all the way over to the new potting shed building, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we're covering up a line we just put in here for power. We get all that taken care of on Monday. So the only thing that we're going to do now is, the reason we're not doing the trenches today is summertime, expecting big storms. So one thing I want to do is try to get this box connected to this big pipe. So all we're going to do is that we're going to come down. This is a double wall slick pipe down in here. Sorry about that. So kind of where my foot is, we're going to drill a 4-inch hole, and then I'm going to drill cut out a 4-inch hole in the bottom of this. So when the water comes in, it is going to go straight into our drainage pipe and drain all the way out. So heavy duty 24-inch box. I am going to leave this side open, kind of like over here. So that side, I'm going to attach a future 4-inch. We'll get the excavator kind of clean out a little bit right here, and just to connect a 4-inch pipe for drainage coming from like gutters, other catches that we may put around the building and that kind of thing. So we're going to kind of get that done here in just a few minutes. Get the hole covered with some gravel, some wash stone, and we should be good to go. But you can see, got the caterpillar out of the way, and you can see that I don't know if you can see these yellow lines. It makes a rectangle, and this is where that hopper is going to go. And then we're going to come in here and dig some more soil out here, and because it raises up, and then we're going to take all that out and make a nice level. Make sure water is going this way. Take all that dirt back this way, start filling in down this way, and I'm gonna make a swell around where I just now put that catch basin in over there. So that way the water gets trapped in that zone coming from here. We'll worry about on down later if we find that we need to put some more catches in that pipe. We're not going to do that today. Okay, so that's where we are, and we're gonna wrap that up, and I will, catch you on the next video. Probably show you the finish of all of that and everything. We'll show you the finished product, but we have a few more other. I've been dealing with several different things during this video, so it's kind of messed up the flow of things today. It's just not one project going on. I've got two of my Hispanic workers are flying back to Mexico on Monday, so I've got to go get their airline tickets. And we've had FedEx Freight show up to pick up some Southern Living stuff that was here, so I had to go run and do that. Jackson and Megan have taken off and gone to my concert down in Clemson. So yeah, it was just me and the cat, the operator of the cat, so I had to go do some stuff. In between there, just trying to find some of our wire and different things that got moved around right before the event. So just been running back and forth. Talked to Catherine a little bit ago about a customer service issue. It is amazing to me how people can be and how people think what customer service is supposed to be and what it's not. It blows me away. So I had to deal with that. And then, so anyway, we're kind of just getting things ready. We'll show you some more stuff next week. But just as I said in the earlier part of the video, just be sure that you're subscribed to the emails, because there's this stuff coming out, and then we're going to try our best to post on these videos as much as possible to let you know. But there's always something going on at gardeningwithcreekside.com. So I'll catch you later. Thank you.